Breathe it in slow. Feel the voltage in the stratosphere. 250,000 volts just waiting. Nobody told you it was there. Earth is negative, sky is positive. That gap's been sitting free. Call every jet on Earth been burning dinosaurs. But when the sky is the battery. And call it good and call it vision, call it somewhere in between. With a Capricorn and it still became the blueproof of a dream. Helical geometry, dwell time maximized. Every molecule that it is just strategically revised. O2 is paramagnetic, that means magnets make it move. And 2 stays untouched, 78% approved. Full existing for green and sky, no cash, no flame. When you only touch the minority, you leave the both the same. 6 stages deep inside the 2 task compounded stars. Infrared, ultraviolet, each transition places part. Photon captured, electron free, magnetic flux expands. Every state that molecule can see energy never ends. V's the next and she's like the love on side. Compound interest in molecular physics. Watch the numbers drop on your fuel, on your car, and on your radar. Sink your jump invisible to every sensor. Know you feeling this yet, son? Nigga stare with the nose of the craft. True weather can evolve in the mass. To the vibes and the bios you're too just made. Don't care they pull forward, force come down in cascades don't fade. That's full force action, the point in the same direction. Exhaust first, I don't pulse, I control that atmospheric injection. One system doing quadruple push simultaneously, and none of it burns a single breath of fuel you see. Is that real or did I green it? Physics it is built, go on and read it. But it bought him built the future. One man's Tuesday, man, God's new computer. Frequency, omega p, electron density squared, divided by mass times commutativity. You scared, cause that equation makes a plasma singing its own note. And if you from your sphere, destructed the harmonic hero note. Destructive interference amplifies the string. Every pulse is spare, relations is a resonant dream phase. Like Luke catches it, new more the blurred as the drift. Anticipates the frequency before the past shifts. Of a hybrid resonance, a spasmo plus I could burn out maximum receptivity. Pointing no phenomena, hit that frequency, we throw emitters, energy trees with speed. You're pushing the swing at exactly the right moment, every read. On the EMS reads the optical emission in the light. Magnetic loop testing cycles from data in the night. Acoustic teasel sensors reading out that pulsing phase. Triple sensor with receiving beautiful resonance rays. Switch out of tech that's in their field down the Rio, the sphere. Positive ions accelerate approaching and the repulsion zero situation. That's a quantum boundary exit with 3 times the speed. That's an electromagnetic catapult, and it's everything you need for those density that make the MIT experiment look small. Success, state, status, resonant, driving slingshot through it all. Free in every era as ever builds this lurak blue and dip and see that the sky was offering a head, they offer energy and land me in predictable difference, thinking rust completely real. Now let me speak to something different for a minute. Cause when you build a craft it's silent and infrared invisible and leaves no thermal signature and carries no fuel supply chain and can hover in any orientation. It can cartwheel at speed. It can stop from full velocity. It can repair itself mid-flight. You lit and built an aircraft. You built something that breaks every passive detection method simultaneously. Heat sinking, zero heat. Acoustic, zero sound. Radar. Opposite geometry, fuel logistics, zero fuel to track, supply chain attack, nothing to attack, and the people who need to understand what the ether force projection doctrine of all petty asking questions about platforms that check all the boxes at the same time. This isn't science fiction. No Omega P is in the textbook. This isn't science fiction. This isn't science fiction. Omega. This isn't science fiction. Omega P is in the textbook. GDC current density is in the NASA data. 110 newtons per kilowatt is in the MIT paper. Optical tweezers won the Nobel in 2018. Topological insulators are in the lab right now. Every piece of this is sitting in peer review, waiting for someone to connect the dots. One afternoon connected the dots. Molecular light sailing, noble physics, dash controls away. Full-time pressure moving molecules is not science fiction today. Scale it up to parallel arrays, print the craft from scratch. Atom placed on atom, every property exact to match. No vector intolerance, no rain boundary weakness found. Fractal surface, nano textured harvest, controls by the pound. 400% collection area over any smooth design. Has electric vibration, horrors running down the line. 7 zones of material, each one serves its role. GMC is outer skin collecting charge across the whole, like static titanium, graphene lattice, skeleton underneath as a dropping down the direction. Know when the burst protocols breed. GM shell with negative permittivity field stays inside. Mathematically the EM cannot propagate, nowhere to hide. RCC and T2 blind and hafnium, the borate ceramic base. Carbon nanotube forest standing perpendicular in place. Skyspace housing, topological insulator shell conducts on the surface, insulates to the boat. Can't you tell? That's a quantum property that makes charge enter but not leave. Natural charge trap, superconducting storage, you better believe. Atom adaptive interface between every single zone. Programmable matter at the bonding layer, you're not alone. The material is intelligent, it stiffens when you burst. Route T, when plasma spikes, repairs itself reverse. 6 degrees of freedom through a swarm intelligence node. Every tube on the craft is a thruster carrying its load. Toroidal exhaust manifold, 360 vector range, phased array plasma steering, no mechanical exchange. Burst protocols, library, AI hybrid mode engaged. Physics engine, real time calculating every stage. Pilot things cartwheel, swarm is already staged. The nodes before the conscious signal fires, the system already knows. Aether in the atmosphere, harvesting what nobody claimed. One man sat down bored one Tuesday and the sky was never the same. Plasma singing at its own frequency, sphere pulsing in fades. 6 compounding stages of molecular cascade. 4 force vectors forward from a single integrated core. 0 fuel, 0 noise, 0 heat, 0 war on your supply chain, because there is no supply chain anymore. The sky's the engine, the atmosphere is the fuel, the planetary electric field is the power source, and it's been free the entire time.
Ask yourself one question before you write this off as fiction.
Omega sub B equals square root of
Ing times E squared
divided by M sub E times epsilon up.
That equation is in every plasma physics textbook on every campus,
On every continent right now, but just never had a tube built around it.
shaped like the still, the charged sphere at the nose, harvesting 250,000 volts from a planetary electric field.
That replenishes itself every time lightning strikes 40 times per second.
Somewhere on Earth,